Start the clock.
Evening, kids. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. Wasn't a whole lot to show you filming-wise, other than the fact that apparently, according to one report, the bike was seen, and I'm referring to the motorbike that was used in Bells of St. John and Era of the Zygons at the beginning, and the one Clara rides into the TARDIS, and apparently there was a stunt person dressed as Jenna Coleman as Clara, seen riding the bike apparently. So something going on with the bike. Probably just, like I said, that's just pickup shots. Maybe it's just for a between the scene thing. And once again, no Capaldi was sighted yesterday. But once again, don't even worry about that because that's probably nothing. It's probably just some side things they had to do on location. Word was, that they were filming interior today, so there was no location filming shots to be found. So don't even worry about that for now, okay? All right. What I do know is, what I'm being told, right now they're still filming episode 1, which is The Magician's Apprentice, first episode of Block 2. And that's the one everybody's waiting for. Okay. All right, but let's get into it. Let's see what news I got to show you, because there's some really, really interesting stuff and some really interesting questions I've been noticing going around the community as far as Whovians go lately. Okay, let's pop right into it, shall we? Our first up. Wham. Here we go. Okay, now, first up over on Tennant Geek, what does UNIT Extinction mean for continuity? And as they bring up here, this is the first time you're going to have some, a show that's in the, a part of the show that's in the current show's continuity that's going to be going in the Big Finish. Okay, so as we all know, they even bring this up here, that, the end of Paul McGann's 8th Doctor short, The Night of the Doctor, he utters the words, Charlie, Kariz, Lucy, Tamsin, Molly, friends, companions I've known, I salute you. Now, for you folks who are wondering what the heck that is still to this day, and chances are you've looked it up by now, these are the companions that he had in the 8th Doctor Adventure series in the main Big Finish range, the ones that he took part in as the 8th Doctor. Charlie Pollard, Kariz, who was a Uternizen, if I remember right, from the Divergent universe. Lucy Bleeden Miller from, Lisa Bleeden Miller, and Tamsin Drew, and Molly was from the First World War, if I remember right. And then we've got another companion coming after Molly. That's why they did the Friends, Companions I've Known, I Salute You thing, because his series is ongoing. But that was the companions he had up to that point. Now they're bringing UNIT into the Big Finish universe. So they're going vice versa this time. Now, some have said, what's this going to amount to? How could this, what's going to happen with this? And here's a few ideas that have been popping up. Look, now you can cross over elements from the old series into the new one in the Big Finish audio range, if you want to go that route. Also, the Big Finish universe. I said how much of the Big Finish audios can be included in the new series continuity and all that. And the thing is, like in Tales from the Vault, we discover that UNIT keeps a stash alien artifact under the Angel of the North. And, of course, that's also including the Black Vault that we find out about in Sarah Jane Adventures and, of course, underneath the Tower of London. Now, once again, the thing with Doctor Who and continuity, canonicity, and all that, I don't even bother debating it anymore. Because the thing is, if you go back and try to string all the Doctor Who over the last 52 years and try to make it make sense, you're going to probably go insane. If not, have an aneurysm blow in your skull. Or if not, just lose your frickin' mind trying to figure out how it all works together. Because guess what? Doctor's continuity is meshed up so many times, not even funny. If I remember, I think like within one season of Torchwood, we had like 2 or 3 different explanations as to what happened to Atlantis. Okay, so right there. You don't want to try to do it. Just sit back, enjoy the ride, and smile and nod. That's what I do. That's how I work it. Okay, so nice article over there. Go check that out. Now we run over to Blaster. I'm sorry, Eve. Why Eve Myles is still hopeful for a 5th season of Torchwood. Now, a month ago, John Behrman shared some exciting news, and basically he was talking about the BBC to bring back Torchwood back for a series of radio plays. But from what I'm hearing, that's not even carved in stone yet. Well, here we go. Now, Eve Myles, who played Gwen Cooper on 2 good seasons of Torchwood, the epic sci-fi masterpiece of the Children of Earth, and the eye-rollingly mediocre follow-up Miracle Day. And by the way, she was in the first 2 series of the original Torchwood series. I don't know who wrote this article, but Eve Myles was pretty much there from the beginning of the Torchwood series. I don't know why he's saying she was only in 2 series. She was in all of them. So right there, okay. Now, says right here, quote unquote, there's been talks about it for a while, but I'll believe it when it lands on my desk, really, and I'll see about it then. I certainly wouldn't turn down anything with Torchwood. Is something I'd love to do, end quote. And of course, she's currently working on Broadchurch. So, okay, here we go. Good. The last time we saw Torchwood on our TV screens was back in 2011 with Miracle Day, which was critically panned. Stars in the BBC, was a US or UK co-production. It did not commission the sci-fi show for another series, much to the fans' dismay. And the funniest part is they left it hanging at the end, for one. Number 2, you don't do a series where the pedo turns out to be the hero. And number 3, oh gosh, I could go into it for days. The ratings on Miracle Day gradually dropped off. I'm being nice by saying gradually as it went along, especially in the latter half of the 10-part series. It sucked. Okay, I can't come up with a better term than that. It sucked. It was just like they took a 5-part miniseries and tried to stretch it out over 10 and filled it up with gratuitous sex scenes and needless crap, and then slammed it at the screen to see if it would stick. I hate to say it, but RTD must have burned out when he wrote this one. But, okay, here we go. Quote, well, I've kind of got past the frustration now. I think it's more frustrating for the fans. It's so damn popular. The fans are still screaming for more all over the world whenever I do signings and make appearances and talk about the show. It's as popular now as it's ever been. That's what's frustrating about it. The fans want more. That's catalyst. That's where the frustration comes from. The fan base is the most loyal fan base in the world and have been since day one. So we'll see if that really happens. If I get a call to come back, I'll be there. I'll be doing it for the fans as well as let me chop off right here. Because other than the mention of RTD here, this is the same thing we've been hearing about Firefly for over a decade, okay? It's likely not going to happen. Okay, I'd love to be able to put an announcement out tomorrow saying we got a season 5, and that would be a thanks to the fans because they've not been nonstop plugging it for us, end quote. The problem is Torchwood is dead. And I hate to say it, but it was coup de grace by its own writer. He basically took a pistol, jabbed it in his head in the form of a pen, and fired bad crap till his brains blew out the side what was left of them when he was done with this thing. And I feel bad because, he did such brilliant work with Children of Earth, and then Miracle Day came along and crapped all over it. Miracle Day pretty much was the coup de grace, the end of the line. It was, it was the light at the end of the tunnel. There was an oncoming freight train. It was the end of Torchwood right there. I do not see Torchwood returning to a visual medium anytime soon, to be honest with you. I got to be flat out straight. It's likely not going to happen. And like I said, they've been telling us the same thing about Firefly for going on 10 years. Joss Whedon goes out, directs the Avengers because of mega success. And guess what? Has he even mentioned it? So, also you got to remember, RTD's busy doing other things right now, like Wizards versus Aliens and whatnot. So he's a really busy guy. So, like I said, I do not see this happening. I hate to break hearts here. Torchwood's not coming back. Okay, Kersterberus, David Tennant, and Billie Piper's success at the WhatsOnStage Awards. All right, let's just run through this really quickly. Billie Piper fought off Gillian Anderson and Shakespeare in Love's Lucy Briggs Owen, as well as Vampires of Venice star Helen McCrory, and The Girl Who Waited, Imelda Staunton, to be named Best Actress in a Play. She starred as Paige Britain in Great Britain, Richard Bean's satirical play, directed by Sir Nicholas Hittner, and paralleling controversies like the MP expenses scandal and phone hacking. And then they go into the Guardian's quote here. All right, The Lazarus Experiments, Mark Gatiss, writer of The Young Quiet Dead, Night Terrors, and Cold War, won Best Supporting Actor in a Play for his part in Coriolanus. Okay, I'll get it right one of these days. A production that also took that award back to its home in Covent Garden, Best Play Revival. And, of course, David Tennant won Best Actor in a Play for his performance as the titular character in Shakespeare's Richard II, which you may recall he sported ridiculous hair extensions tied into a ponytail for various TV interviews around the time they were promoting Era of the Zygons. So, right there, nice to hear these folks are having some success. You know, life after Who does go on. Okay. Over on here, Dark Eyes 4 has a trailer out if you want to go check this out. They're also going to tell you the names of each ones of the set. See, we have Life in the Day by John Dorney, Monster of Montmartre, forgive me, by Matt Fitton, The Master of the Daleks by John Dorney, and Eye of Darkness by Matt Fitton. Of course, Nicola Walker is going to be playing the new companion, Liv Chenka, and Alex Queen is returning as the Master. And they have the whole cast list here. Really nice looking cast. Go check this out. And if you want to enjoy the trailer, looky right here. You got a link right here on this page that'll take you right to it. Okay, also on the Big Finish front, new cover for Doctor Who Deathmatch, which is the fourth Doctor adventure with Tom Baker and Louise Jameson as Leela. And, of course, John Leeson returning as K9. And, sorry, spoiler alert, there's Jeffrey Beavers as the Master. Okay, so there's a nice little synopsis here if you want to read it. And also, you have the full series of the Fourth Doctor Adventures can be bought now at a special subscription price if you want to go over to BigFinish.com and subscribe. Now, I cannot recommend this enough if you are a classic fan of the show. Big Finish audios there's very few that are bad, to be honest with you. Now, when they were starting out, some of the guys, in the first, even a few of the early ones were really good. But, you can tell they were just getting their footing at the beginning. But once they get rolling, bam, every Doctor is phenomenal. If you didn't like the Sixth Doctor on video, on the TV show, I heavily recommend you pick up some of his audios on Big Finish Audio. He has gotten so much better stuff since he's been on Big Finish than when he was on the television. It's beyond phenomenal. He is incredible. Okay, and lastly, should the Doctor or the companion be the main character in Doctor Who that's over on Cult Box? This has been one that's been raging up and down since they did all the stuff with Clara in the last season, where they had the Dr. Light episode. The thing is, they didn't really have a Dr. Light episode, did they? But still, ever since the thing with Flatline and with the stuff that went on with the fake credits and all that with Death in Heaven, this has been a debate that's gone like mad. Now, my take on it is this. While the Doctor is the central figure in the show, the companion is our eyes, ears, and our gateway into that universe. They are the ones who ask the questions. They're the ones that we can identify with, and they're the ones who are, being taken on this tour as much as we'd like to in our own imaginations into this world. So that's why I think the companion, in a way, already was the main star of the show, going all the way back to the beginning. A lot of people don't like this view. They consider this to be controversial. Well, I have a nice big spot on the back of my rear end next to maybe there's what could be a boil. You can kiss right there. Okay, that's my opinion. Yours may differ. Don't hammer me on it. Okay, so that's all I got for today, folks. Keep in mind, Omega Files this weekend is going to be Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger, and I hope you all enjoy it. Also, be sure to come to this channel. If you're watching this on some other medium and all that, please come to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe here. I can always use the upvotes. I can always use the publicity. And like I said, I'm not one of the larger channels on YouTube, but I'd like to know there's more people out there watching and listening because I really do this only as a hobby. I really don't make hardly any money off of this, but I like to know that I'm helping keep you informed and maybe sharing my little gateway into the Doctor Who universe with you. Okay, because I've been watching the show for going on, I think I started back in like 83, so I'm going on 32 years of watching Doctor Who now. But, even if you're a new Who fan, come on over. All right. So until next time, guys, take care. Catch you later. See you on the flip side. Bye-bye.